I'm telling you, man, one way to really get humbled really fast is to do, I'll give you two. Really any skill set that you're not used to and that you're new to. But calisthenics, man, if you're doing something that you have no clue what to get into, calisthenics and learning the language. I've done I taught myself how to draw as far as digital art on Photoshop or Illustrator, After Effects, that kind of stuff. And again, as you progress and get into the more advanced stages of a skill set, there's always going to be things that'll humble you or find themselves to be a little more challenging than you may have expected, or you may have expected. You may have expected it to be as challenging, and it's still as so. But this stuff, man, I think when I first started calisthenics and getting into learning different moves from a year and a half ago, looking at it now, man, and I haven't gotten far. I've learned some basic stuff like the one arm push up, but what I've been working on as of recent is the handstand and the planche, but more so focused on the handstand and the planche, and then doing the muscle ups. But man, I'm telling you, man, this stuff humbles you because you look at some things on videos, and this was a few months ago, and you're saying that doesn't look easy, but I feel like I could do that in a specific amount of time, and you find out real quick it's not that easy, man. Right now I'm at a stage where the handstands are a bit. I can hold a handstand, but anything into when we're talking about handstand push-up, it's been a challenge, man. But we're working on it. We were working on it. That's what I just actually was doing inside, and I came out here to do some jump rope and few push-ups, man. But yeah, this stuff will humble you. I remember when I first started saying that I was gonna get into the one arm push-up, and I said I can do at least one, and I couldn't even do one. Now I can do a few and go from there, but it was progressions every time. But ever since that, I knew if I can do that, I can do whatever I put my mind to, man. It's simply a matter of getting the reps in and consistent every day. And I didn't even realize that this thing isn't even recording me no more. But yeah, that's where we're at, man. That is where we are at. But yeah, we're gonna knock out a few reps here. And this video isn't really too long, man. I was thinking I wanted to do a quick talk about this because there are things in life that'll humble you, man, and teach you to be appreciative of the process. That's just how it goes, man. But yeah, bro, basic stuff we're working into. I don't know. I get mixed messages when it comes to handstand push-ups because in some parts of the community, I'll hear it's a more advanced skill, and then others will say, "Oh no, that's intermediate." So my guy, if that's intermediate, what's advanced? Because I'll go as far to say I've heard a few people much less than advanced push-up, or much less than handstand push-up. But I've heard some people say planches lower advanced. So I'm saying, bro, what what is the what are the advanced skills then? And yeah, maybe on the donuts. I forget what the names are. The things that you see gymnasts use, but not necessarily gymnasts. Calisthenics athletes use it too. Maybe doing a one arm pull up on that is considered advanced. Has to be. But I don't know, man. I'm just here and chasing after new moves. And I think that's where I'm at, because that's really what got me into calisthenics, man. For the longest in high school, I was doing basketball and track, and that of course naturally keeps you in shape, because your goal isn't to stay in shape. Your goal is to be at a certain level and perform at the highest level that you can within your ability. But after that, you got out of high school, it was more, you can still do basketball and run, but it was, what is the next thing I wanna look at here, because I wasn't pursuing to go like pro in anything, of course. So nor do I nor am I sure I could say that my ability was there. But at that point I was saying, let me do something called HIIT, high intensity interval training. And that's what I was doing. But after a while, that kind of got boring. And it's still something to do, but after a while, that got boring. So I said, what am I do next? And that's what got me into calisthenics. We bust out a little jump rope here. But yeah, man. I might need to take my mic off of this. I'm about to speed up. If this thing drops, then so be it. Kind of holding back, to be honest. I don't want this thing to drop. Let me actually go full intensity. Hold on. I'm questioning if this magnet's strong enough. But yeah, man, jump rope is always good, because I'll have a few days where I'm really out of it. So I'll just come out and do this, and of course, a few reps of handstand press, handstand progressions, and towards handstand push-ups, because I want to get those in daily. But some people, of course, they kind of spread it out. But I want to get there as fast as not as fast as I humanly can, but faster than the regular pace. So that's what I'll do with that. But yeah, man, that's really the video. It wasn't really much. I had this on my mind for a few days, and overall, that's really what it is. There's a lot of things that'll humble you, but the person you become when you overcome a lot of those things is somebody that understands the grind, and somebody that has a developed mindset of people will tell you things in many cases, especially if you have a vision. But a lot of times, once you build that mindset of, yeah, I can do what I put my mind to, you become real clear on what you want out of life. And you move forward regardless of the pressure you might have. It makes it a little easier to deal with things too, because I've heard this a few times and I agree with it myself. Life doesn't become easier, you become stronger. So that's why we do this. That's why we do this. Always looking to challenge myself. And like I said before, that's how it got me myself into calisthenics. And when I decided years back, I wanted to not only learn Spanish, but después de eso, coreano también. And that's just how it goes, man. Each day is something new. Cada día aprendiendo. Y ya veremos, bro. Vamos a ver lo que pasa. Pero we're here. And that's what it is, man. But that's the end of the video, man. That's all I got.